Hello everyone, it's KR here. I got the oil pump gears for this car, the billet ones, the boundary billet oil pump gears, and the crank sprocket billet one. So we're gonna do that today. That's what's gonna happen in today's video. Yeah, I got everything. I'm gonna lay everything out for you guys like I always do. But yeah, let's go. All right, so got the shop towels, brake cleaner, got the distilled water, got the coolant, got the orange one. This oil, I'm just using it just to lube up the freaking oil pump gear. And then obviously I need the bar of soap to clean my hand. I got a new belt, I'm gonna put that in. I also have a colder thermostat, so I'm gonna put that in as well. I might as well do it since I'm gonna, take the motor. I'm gonna take the front of the motor off. Got a brand new OEM crank bolt, and this is the crank sprocket right here. Airtight, sealed. Billet. Got the RTV. Got the puller. Crank pulley puller. This is the water pump gasket. So got there's the oil pump gear with lube, but I'm gonna put that and I'm gonna put oil too. So the more lube, the better, right? So yeah. So first things first, you're gonna wanna obviously drain the coolant. You might not have a supercharger, so it should be a lot easier. Basically, you gotta take this whole valve cover off, both sides. Intake off, not intake manifold, but like, yeah, the intake right here, the tube. Everything on the front, all these pulleys and stuff. I'm gonna take the cooling fan out too, so I have more space. Yeah, it should be good. Also, I'm gonna take the bottom cover on the bottom of the car off. So when it's time for the oil pump, I can get that last screw on the oil pump too, last bolt. So yeah, I jack the car up, drain the coolant, start from there. All right, so I got the intake off. I got the cooling fan off. So all you supercharged guys, just gotta, I'm gonna drain the engine coolant, but I'm not gonna touch this. Like the supercharger cooling system, I'm not gonna touch. I'm gonna leave that alone for right now. I'll do a video on, draining it and, basically, what they call, replacing the fluid. Yeah. Yeah, so 10 millimeters, take out the 10 millimeter, take out the cooling fan. You gotta take this off first. Just put this aside. I had it like sitting on the motor just like that, and just wiggled it out. I had to take the cooling fan off first because I couldn't find the freaking the drain for this radiator, and I found it. It's like right there. Get this thing to focus. See, it's right there. So I'm gonna drain this in the oil pan, drain pan, and then yeah, we'll start taking the hoses off, and then taking the front cover stuff off, and then I'll do the valve covers after I take the pulleys off and everything. Then just take the front cover off and change the oil pump. Here we go. All right, y'all. So here's what's going on. So I got most of the pulleys off: the water pump, the belt, the supercharger bracket, tensioner bracket, and all that stuff. I'm kind of all over the place, to be honest. It's my first time doing it on this motor, on this car, so I'm kind of learning as I go. But I got the coil packs out on this side. I broke the crank bolt loose with just a breaker bar. All I needed to do was just put the e-brake up and put it in, it's in second gear right now. So, you know, so I took off all these lines. This is pretty much ready for the valve cover to come out. All I gotta do is unbolt it and then pop the valve cover off. The injectors clips can stay in there. Figured out how to get this freaking alternator off. I took 2 bolts out, but I think there's another one because it's still tight. So, and this right here, I'm just gonna pull the crank pulley off with the belt on and slowly, like, you know, maneuver the belt off, because the way you put this on is you basically walk it on the pulley. So I'm just gonna take the pulley off with the belt on, and hopefully it doesn't break. Right. And yeah, then I gotta basically take all this off, take the valve cover off, and then boom, take the front cover off. Oh, the water pump as well, because, you know, we're gonna do that colder thermostat. It was right here. So yep, almost there. Just gotta do the crank pulley, the valve covers, and the front cover. Oh, and the alternator, and that's it. It's coming out. So sorry I'm not time lapsing. Honestly, I'm trying to get this thing done, like, cause yeah, I need this car for later today. So yeah, we're on crunch time right now. All right, you guys. So look, you want to get the three jaw puller. Put a 21mm socket right in between here, right? Put this OEM crank bolts and crank washer. Now, if you don't have a brand new bolt like I do, you can use a regular strong bolt that can go in the crank washer. A lot of people just use the crank washer, but I don't want to damage it, so that's why I put a bolt in there. And I actually already bent the old crank bolt, so thank God I got a new one. But yeah, it's coming out right now. So basically, oh, I had to take the radiator out too as well. So yeah. Gosh. Anytime now. There we go. And we got it. Oh, somebody put glue here. I wonder if they did the crank here. Yo, if they did the crank, the billet crank sprocket and thing. Whatever. All right. Look at that, guys. Yeah, I think they did put. No, wait, this is factory. Now I take the valve covers off, and then we take the front cover off, and that's it. Oof. All right, this is the next day. This thing has been a pain. I had to drop the oil pan. On Gen 3s, you have to drop the oil pan because it's a plastic oil pan, and you have basically a plastic oil pickup. So it's no bolts. There's no two bolts. It's a seal. So basically, you gotta push it in or pop it out. So I had to drop the oil pan to pop it out so I could take the oil pump off. Put the gear in. Sorry I didn't record it. It was late. I was tired. I was like, I was fed up with this already. So put the oil pump gears in, and then I put the crank snout in today. So now I just got to put the car in time, and just put the front cover on, put the valve covers on, and just put it back together. So yeah, Gen 3s Mustangs have a lot of stuff. So be prepared if you're gonna do it. You're gonna be taking out a lot of stuff.
Nice control.